It's okay to start planning your 2026 goals in February, and we shouldn't feel bad about that. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Natasha. I am 27 years old, I'm from New York, and I am currently unemployed. I've been unemployed for about 6 months now. I will say that has drastically affected many of my 2025 goals and will impact definitely my 2026 goals, knowing that finding a job might take longer than expected. A lot of people don't really get into the rhythm of things until February, and I am definitely one of those people. Today I'm going to plan with you guys, go through my 2026 goals, share with you guys some punch cards that I actually already made. Let's jump into 2026. When I go into a new year, I always like to think about what is the word for this year. I, kind of sat down and thought about what do I want my year to look like, what I want my year to feel like. For me, that word of the year is intentional. And I really love this word because when I sat down and really thought about what do I want to accomplish this year? What I want to do different? And it's really to lead with intention. Be really intentional about everything that I do, making sure that there's a reason behind why I'm doing something, and also making sure that these steps I'm taking is really leading me towards the life that I actually want. I think being unemployed for the half of 2025 has really made me sit down and understand like what do I actually want, and just honing in on that and just being really intentional about what I want my life to look like in 2026, really building that life so that I can prosper in 2027. So I definitely recommend you guys pick a word for your 2026 year. A couple ideas for the word that you can pick are strength, courage, educational, loving, inspiring, creativity, focus, self-love, and anything else really. It's what you make it, it's what you want. I feel like having that word just really stuck in your brain is just a reminder of what are we achieving? What's the vibe? Let's start planning our 2026 goals. Guys, so welcome to my 2026 yearly goals page on Notion. This is what I use to write down all of my goals for the year. And at the top here, you can see I have my word for 2026, which is intentional. And then I do have this broken down into sections. So I have health and wellness, which I did start a little bit already. I have personal and lifestyle, finance, and career and content. And then at the bottom is where I would place my 2026 mood board. I did create a mood board already, but I think I want to refresh it a little bit because I did make it like last year, November. So I do want to update that and then I'll drop it in. But I also have, some motivational quotes in here. Keep moving even if today's steps are small. And I really love this one because personally for me, I always get stumped on the fact that I have all these ambitious goals and they feel really overwhelming, but it's just to remind myself like every little step you take towards those goals is making a difference versus not doing anything. I have here, it says start late, start messy, start scared, start over if you have to, but above all, start because your future self will thank you. And that just also goes to the fact that to not wait to do things, to just get started even if it's not perfect, and you'll figure it out along the way, but just do it. So like I said, I did start my health and wellness, but I'll take you guys through what I wrote down so far. Number one, prioritize my mental health. That is something that I've really been struggling with the past year, and I definitely think being unemployed has triggered a lot of that transparently. So I definitely want to prioritize my mental health in 2026 because last year was just awful. It was not it. One thing I'm going to be doing is start going to therapy, which I did start this month in February. Second, find coping mechanisms to manage anxiety and panic attacks. That's one of the reasons why I'm going to therapy. I really just want to get better at managing that day to day because I don't want it to really affect my life. Third, I want to begin journaling to kind of better remember my life. Really hard for me to remember things in my past or to remember just even what I did like last weekend. So I do want to be more intentional about doing things that will help my memory because it's my one life and I don't want to forget really important things. So I think journaling and actually physically writing down about my day, about how I'm feeling, would really help doing that. Second goal for health and wellness is to prioritize my physical health, and that looks like going to my Orange Theory classes. I've been really inconsistent with it, and that's something I don't want to do anymore because I've noticed I definitely feel better when I'm going to my workout classes. I'm much healthier, and I've let my mental health kind of pull me back from doing that, and I really want to be more consistent with going on walks and going on hikes. Me and my husband love to do hikes, and I want to do more of them this year. Third goal is to make more food from scratch and have healthy snack swaps. So personally for me, I am a certified snacker. Like, your girl can eat many snacks at one time. Weaknesses are chips and any sweet treats like pastries. Definitely want to cut back on that because that's obviously not healthy, and I want to live a really long and healthy life. So making more food from scratch, meaning making like salty snacks from home that are healthy, like chickpeas or something like that. Just finding swaps for chips, cookies, snacks, like all of that bad stuff. And then lastly, just in general, I want to become stronger and gain more muscle. Last year, my goal was to lose some weight because I did have my elopement. So I wanted to look really good in my photos for that. And I'm at a weight that I'm really happy with. And I just want to maintain that, but more so just gain more muscle mass and just get stronger, so to lift heavier. Next, personal and lifestyle. So I haven't really thought about this one as much, so we're gonna work through this together. So personal, I think I want to travel to at least 2 new places this year. So I would definitely love to travel more this year and go to new places that we haven't been before. There's definitely a running list of places that I want to travel to, whether it be domestic or internationally. Second goal I'm going to put is to stay consistent with self-care routines, meaning getting a haircut every 4 months. I do want to start taking better care of my hair, and I think, planning those quarterly trims is really going to help do that. Sticking to my morning and night skincare routines. That's another thing that I've been slacking recently. My skin is definitely paying the price for it, so I do want to take some more time towards my appearance and really nurturing that. I'm going to put here explore more of my city. So since I'm unemployed, I honestly don't really go into the city anymore that much. And I do want to do that more. I love going to the city. There's so many fun things to do. And just really just get out the house and do new things. So try to go into the city at least twice a month. The other thing that comes to mind is no phone 2 hours after wake up and 2 hours before bed. I've noticed that going on my phone as soon as I wake up just starts me off on a bad day. Like, I take forever to get ready. I take forever to get out of bed. I want to start my day feeling great and being really productive and just jumping right into my day versus just being glued to my phone. And the same thing for going to bed. I don't want to be on my phone while I'm in bed because that also messes up my sleep. Oh, another thing. Make a routine of waking up by 7 a.m. This one's really important for me because since I've been unemployed for so long, I just lost all of my routines. Like, I sleep in till 9 a.m. I'm not ready for my day until 10, and that just like pushes me back on my timeline for the day, and it's really, really hard for me to wake up at a normal time as if I was, going to a 9-to-5 job. Also just want to be really intentional with my time and making sure I'm making the most of my day. That includes waking up early so I have more time to get things done. Moving on to finances, I also started this one as well because my goals for finance are kind of limited right now because I do have a very restrictive income being unemployed. So a lot of the goals that I would have set in 2025 or goals I would have set if I had a full-time job are going to be very different to my goals now. First off, I do want to save as much as possible and rebuild my savings. My savings did take a little bit of a hit last year, just paying for a few things that I had to pay for. So I kind of just want to rebuild that savings as much as possible. So save at least $5,000 in my personal account and then save at least $5,000 in my joint savings with my husband. So in total, save about $10,000, which does sound very ambitious, but I'm going to keep it as that for now. And whenever I get a job, I can adjust my savings goals and things like that. I do want to max out my Roth IRA contributions. My last goal is to hit 180K net worth by end of year. This is a big goal for me because ideally my goal was to hit 200K, but since I'm unemployed, it's very hard to reach that. It's kind of like not a realistic goal. So I put 180K just based on the growth that I had last year, even being unemployed for half the year. So really hoping that my investments will really help me reach this net worth goal. That's it for finance for now. I'm keeping it really light because, like I said, I'm just really maintaining myself at this point until I get a full-time job. Career and content. So this is a big one. So obviously we want to secure a marketing manager role at a dream company at a dream brand making 180K salary. I am a beauty marketer. I work in the beauty industry as a marketing manager. For me, it's more so securing that salary versus a job title. I would absolutely love a manager job title because there's more responsibilities, you have more leadership, and it's more of a strategic role. I will maybe settle to go back to an associate manager, which was my previous role, as long as the salary is hitting the 100K at least. That is a big goal for me. So hopefully we get that done. And then also for career is to network more with people in beauty / content creation. That could look like reaching out to at least 5 people a week for coffee chats. I'm not gonna put like a numerical goal like to have X amount of coffee chats because you can't really control whether or not people respond to you. You can't control what you're doing, which is reaching out to people. So reaching out to at least 5 people a week for coffee chats, I think that's very achievable. I think reaching out to 10 people sometimes might feel a little bit too much. So for me, I'm gonna leave it to reaching out to at least 5 people a week. And then of course we can always up it if we feel like it. And then my third goal for this is to create more mock marketing campaigns, competitive analysis, campaign analysis. Just overall, since I'm not working, I do want to just flexing my marketing creativity, flexing my marketing skills, and not letting go of that just because I'm unemployed. And creating those projects, they look really good for recruiters, they look really good on your portfolio and your resume. So just being more proactive about making those campaigns, especially since I don't have anything to build experience off of right now. So just working on that on the side. My last goal, be more consistent with content creation. Posting at least 3 to 4 times a week on TikTok / Instagram. I am very inconsistent when it comes to posting content, and I want to be way better about it and be more strategic about it. So this is definitely a big one for me, but I also want to start posting on YouTube and also be consistent with that. Post at least 1 video a week on YouTube. One is post at least 1 time a week on LinkedIn and Benable. I just want to be more visible on LinkedIn, especially since I'm currently searching for a new job. Posting 1 time a week on Benable. So Benable is a platform where you create lists, and it could be lists for anything. And if a person purchases a product that you listed on your list through a link, you get a commission. So yeah, that is all of my career and content goals. Really leaning heavy on this because it is a top priority for me this year. That is all of my goals for 2026. This is a pretty hefty list, and I think I will go in later on and just kind of put like more numerical ways of tracking it. Like for example, how many times I want to reach out to my family member a week, and things like that, just so I can keep myself accountable and make it a habit. Next, I want to show you guys some of the punch cards I made. These are so freaking cute. They are so fun to make. I swear to God, me and my sisters literally spent like 8 hours working on this. That's what it felt like. It felt like the whole day that we were spending time working on this, but it was really fun to just like sit down, make these punch cards, really think about what our goals are, and just be a little bit creative and have like a little fun project. So these are my punch cards here. I made quite a few. So I feel like this is a really easy, low budget kind of activity you can do to really motivate yourself on your goals and keep yourself accountable. So the first one I have here is to do it scared, and this is in relation to managing my anxiety and panic attacks. This is to really motivate me to go outside my comfort zone and do things even if I don't want to, even if I feel scared, even if I feel anxious. And the reward here is a sweet little treat. The next one we have is workout classes. So this is just to keep me accountable for going to all of my Orange Theory classes, and in reward I get a new pair of leggings. Next one is to cut the snacks. So like I said before, I do want to stop snacking so often. So this is really to motivate me to not snack anymore. Next is made from scratch. So this is, like I was saying, to make more things from scratch at home. Next is exploring my city, which is exploring New York. I haven't accomplished any of these yet. I haven't been to the city so far this year, but this is of course to motivate me to go back into Manhattan and just explore around. And the reward is I get to explore another different city. So going away and trying out a different city for a weekend or something. Next, sisters before misters. So this is to incentivize me to plan more sister dates and spend more time with my siblings. And then once we hit a certain amount, we get to plan a sister's trip, which is super exciting. And I made this one as well, intentional dates. And this is more so to get me more in the habit of planning intentional date nights with my husband. It's very easy to let the days go by and you guys don't really have like a set date night or a set time to be really intentional with one another and really present. So that is something I'm gonna get more consistent about and more dedicated to, is just setting intentional dates. And once we have 8 dates, we get to make 1 home improvement. Next one is creator era, so posting consistently on YouTube. Once I post 10 videos, I get to buy myself a new piece of equipment for filming. Next is marketing genius, so this is alluding to my goal of wanting to do more mock marketing campaigns. And once I have 10 projects posted, I get to have a clothing haul of $100, so I get to treat myself to a little online shopping. But yeah, these are all of my punch cards, and I hope they motivate you to create your own and give you some ideas of what you can create. But I absolutely love this, and I will continue to be doing this throughout the year because it's just so much fun. All right, guys, we have completely lost the light in our filming setup, so I think this is the perfect time to end the video here and just say to you guys, it's completely okay to start your goals whenever you feel ready. Definitely drop in the comments what your word is for 2026 and any goals you'd like to share that you are actively working on. Definitely subscribe if you like this type of content. I'm going to be posting a lot of monthly resets, budget with me's, days in my life, and just navigating this whole unemployment situation and just really sharing my journey and motivational content there. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely follow, and I'll see you guys in my next one.